This is Bonaview, a total view of business organizations, national issues, and agencies.
You remember I started with my graduation in 1994, and thereafter, after my youth corps, I got involved into a small job of traveling agency where I served as the personal assistant to the president, CEO of that traveling agency. I worked there immediately after my youth service. I worked there for 6 months, and thereafter I was able to get employment with Macmillan Nigerian Publishers Limited, where I worked for 4 years, and I rose to the level of free sales manager. So after that, by 2000, I moved with my friends, 2 of other friends, to start a publishing career, and we call it Educational Development Service Limited, and we continued that way as both a publishing firm and an educational consulting firm. But as a result of my own restlessness and zeal, determination for success, I felt I'm being slowed down. So I opted to start a publishing firm of my own, and I registered Afem Limited. But that did not give me the specific role I wanted, and I eventually resolved to change that name from Afem Limited to Afem Publishers Limited, which speaks directly to the areas of concentration which I wanted in life. To date, we have concentrated in publication and printing of primary school books, essentially nursery and primary school books. We do hope in the future we'll go into the secondary and tertiary production. We started having books many centuries ago. I can't recall the years now, where printing started in Germany, and since then it has continued to grow. For us and for me, I think book is an integral part of education. It is not only an integral part of education, it is a depository of history, knowledge, it is a depository of culture, it is a depository of all that will happen and shape our world. And it has continued to be one article, whether you call it Bible, Quran, textbook, novel, storybooks, anything that you call it. Book has always been an instrument for keeping knowledge and disseminating knowledge. It has always been a very useful tool in changing our world. It has been the most important instrument in educating and keeping records. It has always been that which has given us the opportunity to have scholars, to shape individuals, personality, mold personalities. You can take it any day, anytime. You want to talk about those who have written in the past, the greatest philosophers, Aristotle, Galileo, Plato. These are the foundation of, these are the authors that wrote books that led to scientific discoveries. And up till now, the relevance of book will continue to be there. And one thing I want us to realize is that we said we are in a modern age, in a millennial, in a Gen Z age, the book AI age. But even as I speak with you, the country that started the e-learning platform, Sweden, has still recognized the fact that that is not a useful way or a most beneficial way of helping our children grow mentally, psycho and academically, mentally. They have since realized that the need for a book cannot be overemphasized. They have since reversed from that pioneering effort they made in the early 2000s to to now using book as a means of disseminating knowledge in the classroom, and to now engaging the children with books again. And this is a wake-up call for our government in Nigeria to realize that if you want to read, you still need to help the children to learn with books, writing, and doing all the necessary they need to do. You agree with me, by the time you start looking at computers, reading all through, maybe your phone all through, your eyes begin to blur, and there are no other interactions. But when you use a book to teach a child or to read, you can do a communal reading. When we are growing up, we used to have folk tales, we used to have storytellings, we have to have reading culture. How do you do all this with a computer or with a live phone, iPhone or iPad or even your own phone? These are individualistic, that is tearing us apart, that is making our world that is making us to be more of an individual person rather than being a communal people. Whereas book bonds us together and brings, educate us and guide us to be a better people in all ramifications. One thing that inspires me is that after my graduation from the university in 1994, having been in the campus, of course I schooled at Ogun State University then, Agowoye, and I was everywhere. I was a student union leader, a member of the parliament for the second year of my study. The third year, I was made the welfare officer of the student union. And later, I became a judge representing the Faculty of Art on the Judicial Council of the student union. And I was also a chief of Kega's Club. So having gone through all of that, after in this campus, and I finished my university, and I felt, what is next? And I looked around, I felt the most important thing now is to learn how to do things in a formal way, be better behaved, give back to the community, and structure myself and prepare myself for the future. And in that process, two other friends of mine, we went to the Rotary Club of Bagada. That's in 1994, so that makes it 31 years ago. And I joined the Rotary Club of Bagada, and since then, it has been a journey of service to humanity. And that has been a major motivation for me. And what has been my Rotary moments from then is meeting people who inspires me to want to give back to the community. I also met so many leaders whom I now see as my role models. So they form the group of people that shape my behavior, my attitude, my disposition to life. These role models range from presidents of countries, leaders, religious leader, social leader, everywhere. I met Jerry Rawlings. I've met the president of Mauritius in person. I met leaders of the world. And I've also been fortunate to associate with most of the opinion leaders, those who shake and move our community, is it in the business world or in the social life. So these are people who inspired and shaped my life for the role I'm prepared running now. Well, essentially, a Rotary Club is a conglomeration or aggregation of Rotarians who share acquaintances and have the desire to serve the community which they are in, give back to them, render selfless humanitarian service needs, identify the need of their community, and help in alleviating the suffering of that community. Rotary actually started as an association of friends. It was founded incidentally 120 years ago. February 23rd was our 120 years anniversary and was well celebrated. It was founded by a lawyer, Bob Harris, in Chicago, and he brought 3 of his other friends, and that is how it started. It first started as an organization of friends for purpose of networking and fellowshipping, business network and fellowshipping. That is, when we say fellowship, it does not mean religious. It's just coming together and doing business together and fellowship together.